Sometimes faith is simply refusing to give up on yourself. Faith isn't something you find when life is easy and the path forward is clear. It's not about believing when everything is going your way. True faith is what you hold onto when the ground beneath you starts to shake, when the world feels like it's spinning out of control and absolutely nothing makes any sense. It's the anchor you drop in the middle of a storm, not the sail you raise in a gentle breeze. It's the quiet, stubborn voice that whispers, "Keep going," when every other part of you wants to scream and fall to your knees. This kind of faith isn't born from certainty, it's forged in the fires of doubt and confusion. It's the deliberate choice to stay grounded, to plant your feet firmly on what you know to be true in your heart. Even when your mind is filled with 1,000 questions and your circumstances offer no logical reassurances. It's a deep, internal resolve that remains steadfast when everything external is in chaos. There were so many days, more than I can count, where I questioned everything. The silence felt deafening, and every corner I turned seemed to lead to a dead end. I started to doubt the very fabric of my own life. I questioned my plans, wondering if I had aimed too high or in the wrong direction entirely. The timelines I had so carefully constructed seemed to mock me as they passed by, and fulfilled. I looked at my own hands and questioned my strength, feeling utterly depleted and incapable of taking another step forward. The reflection in the mirror was a stranger. Tired and worn down by a fight I felt I was losing. Every decision felt wrong. Every effort felt wasted. The path I had envisioned for myself had dissolved into a thick, disorienting fog, and I felt completely and utterly lost within it, second-guessing every move I had ever made. But through all of that doubt, through the haze of confusion and the sting of disappointment, I never once questioned God. My faith wasn't a fragile thing that could be shattered by circumstance. It was the bedrock of my being. Even when I was angry, shouting into the void, frustrated by the silence and the seeming lack of progress, my anger was a form of prayer. It was a raw, honest conversation with the one I trusted, even when I couldn't understand his plan. Even when I was so deeply confused, unable to connect the dots or see any purpose in my struggle, I held on. My faith wasn't an escape from the reality of my situation, it was the very thing that enabled me to face it head-on. It was a stubborn, unwavering conviction that there was a reason, a purpose, a higher hand at work, even if it was completely hidden from my view. Let me be clear, faith didn't magically remove the pain. It didn't erase the struggle or provide an easy way out. There was no miraculous intervention that took away the hardship. Instead, faith did something far more powerful. It gave me the strength to stand right in the middle of the pain, to endure the fire without being consumed by it. It was the internal scaffolding that kept me from collapsing under the weight of it all. It kept me standing when my knees wanted to buckle. It kept me breathing when my lungs felt tight with anxiety. Faith wasn't a shield that deflected the arrows, it was the inner resilience that allowed me to pull them out, one by one, and keep moving forward. It transformed the pain from a destructive force into a refining process, shaping me and strengthening my resolve in ways I never could have imagined. I still don't know when the breakthrough will finally come. I don't have a date circled on a calendar or a guarantee of when this season of struggle will end, but I know, with every fiber of my being, that it will. That certainty isn't based on what I can see around me. It's based on the journey I have walked. It's rooted in the knowledge that I have faced the darkest nights and found the strength to wait for the morning. I know it will come because I didn't quit. I didn't give up when it was hard. I didn't turn back when the road disappeared. I kept putting one foot in front of the other, fueled by a hope that defied logic. And that persistence, that refusal to surrender, is its own form of victory. Because sometimes, faith is simply refusing to give up on yourself. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe and share this video with someone who might need to hear it today.